Chapter 1. The Wrong Kiss. I Kissed My Boss. In front of everyone. And it wasn't even meant for him. It happened at our company's end-of-year party. The drinks were flowing, the music was loud, and the lights were way too dim for a professional event. I work in the finance department of a mid-sized company. I'm 26, just 2 years in, still trying to make a name for myself. My boss, Mr. Harris, is 39, married, and very strict at work. He never jokes, never smiles too much. A real serious guy. That night, though, everyone was a bit more relaxed. Even Mr. Harris had taken off his tie and was holding a glass of wine. I had a few cocktails myself, too many, maybe. I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely tipsy. My best friend at work, Josh, had been flirting with me for weeks. We sit near each other, text all the time, and even made a plan to maybe go on a real date after the new year. Josh and I were dancing. It was playful and fun. At one point, he leaned in like he was going to kiss me. I smiled and leaned in too. But just then, someone called his name. He turned his head away, and I, stupidly, still leaned forward. I didn't realize someone else was walking past us from behind. I closed my eyes, moved in, and my lips landed on someone else's. I heard gasps. Then I opened my eyes. It was Mr. Harris. He looked just as shocked as I felt. He backed away instantly. I froze. Everyone around us had stopped dancing. Some people were whispering. Some had their phones out. I wanted the ground to open and swallow me. I tried to speak but couldn't get any words out. Mr. Harris just stared at me for a second, then walked away fast toward the bar area. Josh came back, laughing at first, thinking it was a joke. But when he saw my face, he knew it wasn't. I kissed my boss, I whispered to him. By mistake. Oh my God. We left the party not long after. My heart wouldn't stop racing. I didn't sleep that night. I kept replaying the moment over and over. What if someone recorded it? What if people talked about it at work? What would Mr. Harris do? I felt sick, embarrassed, and scared. The next day was Saturday. I stayed in bed all day. On Sunday, I got a message from HR. They scheduled a meeting for Monday morning at 9 a.m. Chapter 2. The Aftermath. I barely slept Sunday night. I arrived at work early Monday morning, wearing a plain black dress and no makeup. I was too nervous to care about how I looked. The moment I stepped into the building, I could feel the stares. People had definitely seen it. Or heard about it. Some smiled at me. Some avoided eye contact. Josh sent me a quick text. Whatever happens, I've got your back. At 8:58, I walked into the HR office. Mr. Harris was already there, sitting straight with a blank expression. The HR manager, Mrs. Collins, greeted me and asked me to sit. I expected shouting, or even a suspension. Instead, Mrs. Collins spoke calmly. We're here to talk about the incident at the office party. My face turned red. Mr. Harris finally spoke. I want to make it clear, I don't think it was intentional. My head snapped up. What? He looked at me with a small, kind smile. It was clearly a misunderstanding. An accident. And while it was embarrassing, I don't think any action needs to be taken, as long as we can agree to move forward professionally. I nodded so fast I felt dizzy. Yes. Completely. I'm so sorry. I would never, it wasn't supposed to happen. Mrs. Collins added, we will send out a company-wide reminder about professional behavior during events. No names will be mentioned. You're not in trouble, but do be careful. I thanked them both and left the room feeling like I could finally breathe again. The next few days were awkward. A few co-workers teased me lightly, but most people moved on quickly. The holiday break helped. When we returned after the new year, everything felt normal again. Surprisingly, Mr. Harris even smiled at me once in the hallway. Just a little. No more tension. Josh and I finally went on that date. Now we laugh about the whole thing sometimes. But I'll never forget that moment. The kiss that almost ruined my job and maybe even helped start something new. I was so mad, he said, smiling. You kissed another man right in front of me. I groaned. Don't remind me. I still get nightmares. He laughed. You made up for it, though. This cheesecake is amazing. We went on more dates. Things became serious between us. Slowly and naturally. And it all started with a misunderstanding at a party. Funny how life works. Looking back, I don't know if it was fate, dumb luck, or just bad lighting. But kissing my boss by mistake taught me a few things. One awkward moment doesn't have to ruin your reputation. Good bosses understand when honest mistakes happen, and sometimes, a mess leads to something meaningful. I survived the most embarrassing moment of my life. And I ended up with someone who actually wanted to kiss me back.